Hi, me ladies and me gentlemen, how have you been? Are you joining me on 30th June 2024? Yes, this year, this Sunday, God willing, for the Fabulous Woman Community Meeting, which is our quarterly meeting, and it's happening at 7 p.m. GMT. What are we doing? Well, first we are networking and following up on each other's progress as usual, and then we'll also review the book of the quarter, Abundance Now, by the lovely and amazing Lisa Nichols. I love this book, and as we look forward to reviewing this together as a group, as a community of fabulous women on Sunday, I thought for today's episode of Mind Your Business, we should talk a bit, as in I will do the talking, you will do the listening, a bit about this book, some of the lessons, some of the things I love about it. And then, God willing, on Sunday when we meet as well, we'll get to dig deeper, and this time I'll get to hear you talk about it. So I hope you're ready. Let me just briefly tell you who Lisa Nichols is. If you're saying, oh, Amma, who is this woman? I'm like, first of all, you don't know Lisa? Come closer. Let me tell you just briefly about Lisa. So Lisa Nichols is one of the world's most requested motivational speakers, truly, as well as a media personality and corporate CEO whose global platform has reached nearly 80 million people. From a struggling single mom on public assistance to a millionaire entrepreneur, Lisa's courage and determination has inspired fans worldwide and helped countless audiences break through to discover their own untapped talents and infinite potential. Lisa is also a best-selling author of 6 books, and her 7th book is Abundance Now. This is the one that we are looking at, and I look forward to sharing with you I'm going to share 2 lessons that I have had from this book, and also I look forward to meeting you on Sunday. Stay tuned.
Fab Hub Ashanti, a haven nestled at the tip of Kumasi, where fresh air meets serenity. Fab Hub Ashanti is a residential learning and event space perfect for your corporate training, staff retreat, group hangouts, and wedding receptions. With 4 rooms and 15 beds, you and your group can sleep comfortably. What makes us special? Fab Hub Ashanti is not just a space, it's a commitment. By choosing us, you support community projects empowering women and youth. Join us at Fab Hub Ashanti off Aful Junction, Abuabukesi, Kumasi. Fab Hub Ashanti. Here we grow.
Hi, I am Amma Duncan, founder of the Fabulous Woman Network. Before 2015, I was that broke girl who was stuck in her own limiting belief of not enoughness. Marianne Williamson's words, "You are a child of God," woke me up. And then I sought help to work on myself. I still invest heavily in my personal development, and so much has changed for me in the most incredible ways. My burning desire is to see an Africa in which women are empowered to thrive and impact people. I am a trainer, coach, author, social entrepreneur, and an event organizer who is passionate about helping others on their own personal development journey, so that together we can all thrive as fabulous children of God. Mind Your Business is our weekly podcast which is free on YouTube. Here we share enriching content to help us all thrive as fabulous children of God. And if you prefer to work with me one-on-one, please go to my website amaduncan.com/store to book a discovery call with me. Welcome back. So first of all, what I love about this book are the visualization exercises, and of course the fact that she talks about affirmations, which I'm very big on. And you know, when God willing, when we meet on Sunday, I'm actually planning that we'll get to do one of the visualization exercises. So I also have the audio book, so I get to listen. I mean, I even listen more than I read, and I've listened to this book over and over again. I'm addicted to listening. And so yes, God willing, on Sunday we'll do one of the visualization exercises. I think that's one of the very important things we need to learn how to do in order to actually be able to see in our mind's eye what it is we are looking to work towards, or what it is that we are working towards. Now, Lisa encourages us to define abundance for ourselves. I love that, because sometimes, you know, we think that what we want is what someone else has, or we don't even know what we want and we don't know how to explore. One of the things this book does also is to help us get to that point, so that we are clearer about what it is that we are looking to achieve, or whatever purpose God has for our lives. There is something that she talks about here, and I'm going to be reading a bit of, you know, snippets of the book. It's about 321 pages, but I'm just reading just a little bit, so please indulge me, okay? Because I really wanted to talk about her definition of abundance. Now she says, the best definition of abundance I've seen by far is this one: privileged circumstances. When you are living a life of privileged circumstances, you get to play a bigger game, connect with people who are making things happen, encounter more opportunities for advancement, and along the way, take pleasure in a lifestyle that would be admired by many. It means you have the freedom to pursue those things you want to do, be, and have. I'll take that again. The freedom to pursue those things you want to do, be, and have, including what your occupation will be, whom you'll share relationships with, the activities you will enjoy, the possessions you will own, and the ways in which you contribute to others and give back to society through philanthropic endeavors. In the pursuit of these privileged circumstances, not only will your life become something that is compelling to you, but it will also serve as an inspiration to others. I love this. I mean, as she said, there are other different definitions, or people have defined it differently, but this is the one that really speaks to it. And I thought it really did speak to me too, especially the part about what you be, have, and do. I thought, wow, like that's freedom. And so I was reflecting for myself, what does abundance mean for me? You know, for me, abundance, in the Bible, God talks about prosperity, that he wants to prosper us. So that is definitely something that I relate abundance to. But what does it really mean for me? And I was thinking about a word, and I thought of overflow. For me, abundance means I have an overflow of all the resources I need, so much so that I can not only take care of myself and the things I need, family, my career, business, and all that, but there's more than enough left so I can give to others, and even after giving, there is more left. For me, that is abundance. It's like the resources go on and on and on, and there's no end to it, and there's no fear that it's going to get finished, because I know that the source of that abundance is limitless. Like there is no end to the resources that God has. The being, God, created this entire universe and more, and it's endless. Surely there is no limit to abundance, and that is the kind of abundance I am tapping into. I love it. Let me pause here and you tell me. Perhaps you can type it in the chat. What is your definition of abundance? I am curious to know. I always read those who leave comments. I always read it, so I'm curious to know. Tell me your definition of abundance. So as I said, God willing, on Sunday, ladies, we are meeting Sunday 30th June for our quarterly meeting, and when we meet, we will look at this lovely book, Abundance Now, by Lisa Nichols. But I thought to share two key things that, as I've been listening, have been speaking to me. Actually, there's quite a lot more, but let me share two things or say pieces of advice that Lisa gives. I think is worth sharing. The first one says reframe your relationship with your career, as in treat your career as an investor. Hang on, I really want to read something to you on this. And then the second one is stick your toe in the water. I'm going to read two short paragraphs that speak about these two things that even if you're not joining me on Sunday, God willing, or joining us, I think that you should know this. So the first one, reframe your relationship with your career. Bear with me as I read from page 39. Okay. So she says, and this is for you if you're feeling stuck in your career, or you feel like, I know hate is a strong word, but let me just say it, you feel like you hate your job or you can't stand your job or something about your job. I thought to share this because I have been speaking with quite a number of people who are dissatisfied with their job or feel something is missing. And I was also in that state at one point in my life, about 9 or so years ago. The feeling became so strong that I quit. But I think this lesson here, or what she shares, is so important, and you need to listen if you're looking to quit or if you feel dissatisfied or anything. Okay, I'm going to stop blabbing and just read. So she says, being joyful about your work, whether it's your own business or working for someone else, is the key indicator of whether you are on the right path for your career. If it feels right, if it's rewarding, if it brings you into relationship with people you want to spend time with, if it creates exciting opportunities for advancement, if it supports other professional activities you want to pursue in your work life, then you are in the right place. If it doesn't provide these benefits, you have two options. One, take steps now to change careers. Or two, immediately reframe your relationship with your less than perfect career or business and start treating it as an investor in your breathtaking future. Determine what it can do to promote the life you want down the road, even if it's just the funding source of your abundant lifestyle. I love this. It reminds me of a conversation I once had with a gentleman. I believe I wrote it in one of my books. This person was so bitter about where he was working. At the time, he was a driver, and he thought he was being treated unfairly. You know, he being a staff, the kind of medical insurance he had as compared to his boss's children, for instance, who were on, the same medical insurance but a better version, and these children didn't even work in the company, so he felt it was unfair. And I remember having a chat with him, and in the end encouraging him that, you know what, let this be your motivation to work harder on your education. At this time, he was pursuing his, bettering his qualifications, and I'm happy to say he's no more a driver. He hasn't been a driver for years now. Now he's working in another field in corporate, and he's doing very well. Plus he has some side gigs as well. And I think that this is important. Sometimes we hate the job so much that we sort of misbehave because we don't care. But that job could be an investor into the kind of future you want, because the job at this time is still paying you, making sure you have some security, making sure you have something to be saving and all, so that in future you can have that life that you want. But what this also means is that you have to be strategic about the life you want. Don't just be in the job always complaining, this is hard, oh my goodness, da 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 da. What are you doing about it? Some people, they can complain. Okay, did I say they? Because I also tend to do that sometimes. We complain and complain and complain without doing anything about it. Then it's like we are just enjoying the complaining. No, we are so invested in the thing not being good, and we just want, this is our comfort zone. I'm going to be in it, and I'm going to just complain for the rest of my life. That is not going to take you anywhere. And so I thought this was cool. Like, you have two options. First, take steps to change. If you think, oh, this is not for me, my heart is not in it, I'm unhappy, I'm miserable, either change, or if changing is not an option, the second option is reframe your relationship. You know, once you reframe your relationship with your career, you begin to appreciate it, you begin to be grateful, and then you also begin to be motivated by whatever it is that this job is helping you accomplish. It gives you a new energy, because you are no more just coming for work because you are working, but it's fueling something, a future for you. You know, perhaps you're saving to run your own business, or you're saving to go to another place, to move to Cancun. I don't even know why I said Cancun, but you get what I mean. So please, if this is you, if you're in a situation where you're like, my job, please, it is helping you. And I know I'm currently working for myself. I'm running an organization. I'm also a consultant, coach, trainer, and all. Sometimes there are some jobs that I take. I'm like, I wish I didn't have to. But I have come to appreciate that some of these jobs that I take that are not really what I wish I would do, they still teach me something. I am always learning from it. And sometimes too, maybe the income that it comes with it may not be bad actually. It helps me do something else, like it helps me fund my organization or pay some bill or something. So there's always a plus to it. You get what I mean? There is always a plus. So find that plus and then let that be the motivation to keep going, because you have a goal, you have a vision. And your career, the one that you're complaining about, may be the investor you need. So be grateful. So I said I'll share two lessons. I've shared the first one, which is reframe your relationship with your career. The second lesson that I really wanted to share from this book, just in case you're not joining me on Sunday for the review of this book, is stick your toe in the water. Now, this is for you. If you're saying, oh, I'm so passionate about maybe kayaks, or I feel so passionate about dogs, I want to save dogs, or poor people, or widows, or orphans, or, you know, I've met quite a number of people who have told me, oh, they want to set up an NGO, they want to do this and they want to do that. It's amazing. And I love this advice that Lisa gives. I'm going to read it and I'm going to explain. So she says, many of my clients and students say they want to work with children. Their dream is to travel to Mexico or Africa and build orphanages and schools. My answer to them is always, what about the children in your backyard? What are their needs? And if you want to help women refugees in Rwanda, I guarantee there is a battered women's shelter in your hometown that needs your help too. Even simple acts of service like attending a seminar and organizing participants to donate the unused shampoo and soap from their hotel rooms can matter. Find those acts of service that make you feel full just thinking about them. Then take action. Small actions can ignite your service fire and help you formulate exactly what you ultimately want to do for others and the world. Bam. This is for you if you haven't started what it is you feel you're so passionate about already, but you keep dreaming about it, you keep wanting to do it, but you haven't started. Please stick your toe in the water first. Don't go say, no, I want to set up an NGO. You haven't even tried the thing yet and you're going to set up an NGO. Find another organization. It may be a registered organization or not, an initiative that is doing that already. For instance, my church, every year, throughout the year, we collect, used clothing and monies and stuff, so that I think we have specific periods in the year that we go and make donations to orphanages and all. For starters, I can join that if I'm not ready to set up my own. There are many orphanages, many NGOs doing different things. Research on one that is doing something similar to what you would like to start, and then please support them for now. Once you do that, you stick your toe in the water and you have a feel and you realize, okay, is this something I really want to do? And please, why do you right away if you want to go and register an NGO? You know what? The Fabulous Woman Network has been operating for 9 years, a little over 9 years now. We were initially not registered as an NGO. I was looking for an opportunity to register it as a social enterprise. It wasn't working because we haven't gotten there yet as a country. And so I started by registering it as a business. It was only a couple of years ago that after some mentors talked, I said, okay, now I am ready. I feel ready. I felt we had the commitment, we had been doing it long enough to know that, okay, for the way we are operating, yes, it's important to register as an NGO. But please, you don't necessarily have to register an NGO before you help people. So whatever it is that you want to do as a way of philanthropy or giving back, please, you can support others. Every now and then we have people reaching out and saying, oh, I want to support the Fab Youth Camp that you're doing, or I want to speak at your conference or something like that. This is their way of giving back. And it's fine. You may not have the time. Do you even know the administrative work you have to do as an NGO founder? Seriously, take your time. Stick your toe in the water. Think about it. Do I really want to do this? Go to the field, work with them, see how it's done. Have a feel of it, understand how it works. After some time, when you feel ready to, you can go ahead and travel to whichever country it is that you want to go and do whatever it is you want to do. But please don't jump into it right away thinking, oh, this is what I want to do. Sister, relax, relax. Go with chikakra. Relax. You will get to do it, but only in due time. Okay, so this is really what I wanted to say. This whole concept of stick your toe in the water. And I keep being reminded of the story I heard of this person who wanted to be a doctor, and all his life had been saying, oh, I'm going to be a doctor. Had been studying, did the sciences, went to college to do the pre-med, and then eventually I think medical school. And the first time they took them to a hospital, went into a ward, I don't know whether he saw a woman delivering or something, but there was blood. This Opana saw the blood and then fainted. Opana wanted to be a doctor, but he didn't know that he couldn't even stand the sight of blood. Stick your toe in the water. If you can stand blood, you know you can go for it. Well, maybe there are other fields. Not all of us have to be doctors dealing with blood. Maybe it could be something else in that area, but by sticking your toe, you get to know. So this advice I thought was so important. So 2 things I've shared today. First, reframe your relationship with your career, as in treat it as an investor, and then stick your toe in the water. So God willing, on Sunday, ladies, when we meet at our community meeting, we'll dig deeper. Please, for all our members, we have access to the book, and so there's no excuse as to why you haven't read it or listened to it. And we've sent it to you. And then also, like I said, yes, we'll even get to do one of the visualization exercises. I love listening to her voice as she just speaks to us. So we are going to be doing that as well. And ladies, by the way, our community is open to all women, especially if you're looking to grow in your personal and professional lives, and you're looking to connect with similar or like-minded, growth-minded women. The link is in the caption. Please register if you haven't registered to be in our community already. If you're not sure if you've registered, when you click on the link, you'll be able to tell if you've registered already. That is one. And then also, if you've registered, then you've been receiving our WhatsApp messages that is specifically for our members, because that one is our community messages for our members. So that is different from the broadcast, the general broadcast and emails that we send. So I do look forward to seeing those of you who are joining us, God willing, on Sunday 30th June at 7 p.m. GMT. If you're in our community, you will get the link already to be part of this meeting. Until God willing, Sunday when I see you, or the next time I see you somewhere, it's Ta Toodles. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Mind Your Business is one of our free resources available on YouTube. And if you prefer to work with me one-on-one as your coach, as a consultant, or as a trainer, it starts with a discovery call. Head to amaduncan.com/store to book a discovery call with me.